Many skeptics will say, Josh, a lot of people have died for a great cause, and that is true. But the great cause of the apostles died on the cross. Let me give you a little historical context to greater appreciate that statement. Did you ever read the Gospels and ever wonder why the disciples could not understand Jesus? Have you? He almost constantly insulted them in many ways. Haven't you read, do you not know? Jesus would say, is it not written? Have you not read? Does it not say? Well, they didn't know. And it was like if I walked up to you and say, look, don't you know? Haven't you read? You'd feel about that big. Well, I kept thinking as a non-believer, the apostles must have been a bunch of numbskulls or idiots because they could not understand what Christ said. Now, why is that as true? The reason is this, that Jesus and what he did and said over a period of time with the apostles and how he acted was contrary to their image of who the Messiah would be. Did you ever think about that? That's why they couldn't understand him, because he didn't fit the mold overall of what all the Jews believed the Messiah would be like. You see, what do you mean by that? Well, let me give you a little historical context, and it's going to take me several segments to do it. You go back years before Christ, or even at the time of Christ, the Jews taught, now get this, that there were two Messiahs coming once each. You said, what? Yeah, there are two Messiahs coming once each. Jesus said, no, there's one Messiah coming twice. Oh, that's an interesting twist to history. The Jews taught the first Messiah would be the son of Joseph, the Messiah who would suffer for the sins of the world and be killed. The second Messiah was the son of David, who would be the reigning political Messiah, would throw the hated usurpers out of Israel and Jerusalem and rule the world from Jerusalem. Jesus said, no, I am coming first to suffer and I'm coming back to reign. You say, how'd they come to that conclusion? Very easy. Read the Old Testament. One book will talk about a reigning political Messiah, the next a suffering Messiah. One verse will talk about a suffering Messiah, 5 verses later, a political reigning Messiah. So the Jews said, there must be two Messiahs coming once each. Jesus said, no, there's one Messiah coming twice.